but it's delicious.
Bacon cheeseburger dumpling, that's wild. Someone the other day actually referred to them as Asian sliders.
It's very strange. Tastes like cheeseburger without the bun.
Basically all of them are things that come up with off the top of your head, you know, and the sky's the limit, I guess, at this point, right?
A 5-mile drive north to Killingsworth and Greeley takes us from downtown to the burbs, where we trade businessmen for soccer moms and bustling sidewalk dining for picnic tables at an outdoor food court. This is the North Station Pod.
You have 7 or 8 different choices of just different types of food, and then each one has another 10 to 30 choices.
Like many cart owners, Rick Johnson, owner of Saucy's Barbecue, started out with no formal training, just a recipe and a dream.
It was a hobby, something I liked to do, and I just thought I could make money out of it, so we decided to give it a shot.
And they juicy, they falling off the bone, they so good. I used to come over here every day and get these ribs all the time.
Rain or shine, no one in Portland is cooking up barbecue like Saucy's, and that makes it a must-sample destination for all rib lovers.
The ribs, we cook those fresh here, and then we just let them simmer in this sauce most of the day. They'll tell you when they're ready. I call them Oregon ribs. It's a sauce that I make myself. My sauce is sweet, but it has a hot, spicy kick at the end to it.
Rick does all his slow-cooked barbecue in the parking lot, smoking and grilling his meats right outside his cart.
I get along with most of the owners here. They all say, well, your smoke is bothering me, but then they say, oh, well, keep your smoke going and bring it in, people.
Yeah, it's so good you want to eat your hand. It's a thick sauce, too, so you get a lot of it on the meat. And the meat is juicy. It's delicious.
I think it's great. Definitely a little messy, but I think that's what's good about it.
Historically, the food carts have been family-owned or entrepreneurial businesses. You know, somebody who wants to be on their own, work for themselves.
For idealistic young entrepreneurs looking to escape the corporate world, the best pod to set up shop is the aptly named Cartopia on the corner of 12th and Hawthorne, where you can get a dose of philosophy with your falafel.
My dad and I joked about how much work it was going to be, and I was like, ah. And now it's been like, 16-hour days, 6 days a week for a year, and I'm just like, but I'm way happier working 80 hours a week for myself than I was 40 hours for somebody else.
Cartopia caters to the post-bar crowd, satisfying the cravings of drunken palates. Over at Potato Champion, it's no question who's king of the after-hours food scene. French fries. Potato Champion's fresh-cut fries come with a choice of 10 house-made sauces, smothered in cheese curds and gravy, or topped with chili.
We also have a new menu item called the PB&J fries, which is a peanut sauce, a sauté sauce, with raspberry chipotle sauce on it. Yeah. And it tastes a lot like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It's delicious.
Okay, sorry.
The fries at Potato Champion, or as I call them, frites, because they're double fried. They're awesome. Frying twice is always better.
The size of a cart forces you to just do one thing really, really well.
The thing John Eads does well is pizza. At his cart, Pyro Pizza, each pie is made by hand and wood-fired in a brick oven John built specifically for the cart.
Pizza's a street food. It's like the quintessential grab and go. So we're really doing our hardest to just get it out to people. I want to be pushing Americans away from like homogenized ugliness that a lot of people eat and try to create a simple product that's fairly cheap.
Whether they're serving up dumplings downtown, ribs in the rain, or pizza and politics, Portland's vendors recognize they're part of a new movement in dining a la carte.
Brings people together, brings the community together, and encourages neighbors talking to neighbors.
The people are real friendly. I just love the people.
We all respect each other. It's a sweet competition here. We just touch the people's taste buds.
And I really would like to think of myself as like joining with them to create good food for the city.
When we return, we hit the campus of Rutgers University in New Jersey, where the famous fat sandwiches are more than just a meal. They're a test of manhood.
Go, 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 go!
And then we head to the capital of food truck craziness in Washington, D.C.
Happy Tuesday!
Keeping it simple on the streets.
Without a sports team or a keg in sight, what could be getting these college kids so fired up?
The Grease Truck Roll!
Guys, who's next, please? Next, guys.
They call them grease trucks, a joint operation of food vendors located on the College Avenue campus of Rutgers University in New Brunswick, New Jersey. Students have been spending mom and dad's tuition money at these trucks since the early 1980s.
The grease trucks, it's part of Rutgers history.
Here you go. You want hot sauce on it?
Even the students, they graduate. They came after 2-3 years and say hi and how are you, and they still remember my name, and that's make me happy. How are you, man? How you doing? How you been?
I've been coming here for almost 10 years since my freshman year at Rutgers.
I work about 20 minutes away, so whenever I get off work, I come over here and grab one of these sandwiches. These are some of the best sandwiches I've ever had.
Here we go. I found out about the grease trucks from my Rutgers friends. They also it was really, really delicious, so I just had to come try for myself.
The Grease Truck Party Caravan is best known for serving their famous fat sandwiches. An ensemble of ingredients such as burgers, cheesesteak, chicken fingers, mozzarella sticks, all topped with a symphony of sauces, with a fistful of fries, and stuffed mercilessly into an 8-inch sub roll.
I really want my grease truck sandwich because you can't get grease trucks anywhere here but here.
And everyone's got a favorite.
The fat sandwich called because it's a big sandwich. My favorite is a fat bitch. Has a cheesesteak, chicken finger, mozzarella sticks, fries, ketchup, mayonnaise, lettuce, tomatoes.
Next. I can get a bitch?
Fat bitch right here.
My favorite is fat Filipino. It's cheesesteak, mozzarella sticks, chicken finger, gyro meat, white sauce and hot sauce, and French fries.
I'm having a fat Philly. Just how everything comes together and all the flavors just blend.
On the menu since the beginning, the Fat Cat is the granddaddy of them all. But in 1997, the Are You Hungry Grease Truck made headlines with its Fat Darryl.
Who gets the fat Darryl?
You get $11?
My favorite sandwich here is the Fat Darryl. Mozzarella sticks, chicken tenders, French fries, marinara sauce. A guy who was really hungry one day and just wanted everything in one sandwich because he was too cheap to actually pay for it.
Its namesake, Darryl Butler, may have created a dieter's worst nightmare, but it was crowned Maxim Magazine's #1 sandwich of 2004. Today, the dubious honor of having a sandwich named after you goes only to those who complete a challenge of gut-busting gluttony.
If you can eat 5 sandwiches in 40 minutes, you get a sandwich named after you.
You know, a lot of people that try, but few people that they did it.
If you do it, you don't pay for it, and it's gonna be on the menu forever.
Tonight, the Mr. C's Grease Truck may get a new addition to their menu, as they've found 3 men hardy and hungry enough to take on the Fat Sandwich Challenge.
And I'm convinced one of the 3 of us, if not all of us, can take this challenge.
Today, I basically just had a salad, some water.
I plan to dominate tonight. Yeah. We're ready. We're conditioned.
Usually I eat fast, but I'm gonna take it slow. I got it. He's like the tortoise.
Yeah.
I'm the hare. Ready on 3. 1, 2, 3. Dominate!
You got it? Guys, ready, set, go!
We'll be back to find out if any of these sandwich slayers will dominate in the Grease Truck Challenge. But up next, we find the most magical food truck of all, from the faraway land of Merlindia.
We are the Fojo Brothers, a traveling culinary carnival.
They're friendly, they're fun, they wear mustaches. Everybody seems to like it.
And then it's time for a sticky, sweet, chewy classic from the streets of New Orleans.
It's just so delicious.
Our food truck extravaganza continues on the streets of our nation's capital, Washington, D.C.
Welcome to Washington!
Where a modern-day band of merry pranksters are shaking up the K Street establishment with their freak-out antics and freaking delicious Indian food.
We've
traveling culinary carnival.
Welcome to the greatest show on wheels, Fogel Brothers.
We are the Fogel Brothers, a traveling culinary carnival.
The ringleaders of the Fogel Brothers Food Truck Circus are Justin Vitarello and Peter Corbell, aka Dingo and Capoto Fogel, who travel with an ever-changing troupe of merrymakers.
The truck today, we have Koku.
Koku. I'm the musical mastermind, the brains behind the music on the truck.
Sulata.
How do I look?
Doing good, kid.
Thanks, boss.
The Washington, D.C. natives jumped into the food truck world with both feet, trading in the button-down business world for turbans and fake mustaches. Justin leaving behind a career in e-commerce, and Peter dumping his job in the finance sector.
Love what I do every single day, and I cannot go back to my old job, staring at a Bloomberg terminal on the trading floor. Suicide. Congratulations, Mr. President.
The people of Washington, D.C. will always remember January 20th, 2009, as a day that marked 2 milestone events in U.S. history: the inauguration of the country's first African-American president and the world's first performance art food truck.
Many people from all over the world were coming to Washington, D.C. to celebrate the inauguration of President Obama. So this concept kind of mimic a little bit of his campaign and kind of the grassroots community organizing, bringing people together. We're going to the heart of D.C., right to where the Beehive is.
Today, the Fogels are taking this silver circus to Logan Circle Park at Rhode Island and 14th Street.
I like your stash. I like your style. Thank you.
We provide that outlet. We provide that nice atmosphere with music where people can sit and enjoy interactive experience with the truck.
The suits line up here every Tuesday to grab a bite, kick off their heels, and get some shade on the grass next to the truck.
Here you go, Darren. You have a fabulous day, brother. Okay.
They're friendly, they're fun, they wear mustaches. It's kooky, I don't know. Everybody seems to like it.
They're always really funny, so it kind of brightens up your day when you come over here at lunch.
In a city not known for food trucks, the Fogel brothers have figured out a clever way to get legislators to pass bills their way.
Fuller Brothers really impacts all 5 senses of the human body.
And they're appealing to those 5 senses with cuisine from the magical faraway land of Merlindia.
Merlindia is a magical land. It's in between India and Little Rock, Arkansas. It's out there.
A lot of people really enjoy Merlindian food, like Flowers. She comes here like 3 times a week. No joke.
Glad to know her.
Special Fogel Brothers name, because everyone's got to have a name at Merlindia. So mine is Flowers.
Merlindian food is very comparable to Indian food. We thought it would be different to bring such a complex cuisine. It's not your typical sandwich, and it's been really big for us.
Good. This is the masala sauce. We've got red peppers, bell peppers. Right here, you can see the cinnamon sticks and the chicken curry. This really varies. Sometimes we decide to do spicier or less spicy. Right here, we have the cauliflower and potatoes, less saucy dish, a tomato-based dish at some level, and then finally the chickpeas, we think they all complement one another, and we take it very seriously in terms of the combinations we use of those 4.
The chicken marsala is very spicy, but it's got a nice little kick to it. It's delicious.
I got the chicken curry and chickpeas and potatoes. And the last time I had the chicken curry, and it was so good I had to come back and get it again.
The food is very fresh and very flavorful. There's a couple of other carts around here, but their food tends to be a little bland from my experience. And I like that their food is kind of spicy and has a little kick.
One Merlindian specialty that you won't find anywhere other than Fogel Brothers is the incredibly popular Lassi Pop.
The lassi is a dessert-type drink, very popular in India, that we basically made into a popsicle. They fly off the shelf. They're the most popular thing on the truck.
It tasted really good, really fresh and nice to eat in this hot weather. They're my favorite thing in the whole world. It's like heaven in your mouth.
Nothing like a mango lassi in popsicle format. You have to travel all the way to Merlindia to get it.
And when their patrons head back to the office, the mustachioed Merlindians head back to their native land to get ready for another day of magic and madness on the streets of D.C.
That's a wrap!
Now it's time to check in on the Grease Truck Challenge. Kevin, Matthew, and Carl are deep in the sandwich zone. Each bite gets them closer to having their own fat sandwich immortalized on the Grease Trucks menu at Rutgers University.
Just trying to find a happy place right now and focus on the sandwich.
House water?
As of 11:10 tonight, I feel like I can still do it.
So, you know, you get surprised. Sometimes small guys, they can do it.
But not this time. Someone just got schooled.
I'm in pain right now. This is a very evil sandwich.
You guys are in the light.
I'm hurting for certain.
Are you?
I can't do it.
Man versus food, man.
I can't do it. And I failed at the Grease Truck Challenge. I love you, dude, no matter what, but...
It's all up to Kevin. Does he have the stomach to complete the Grease Trucks Challenge?
You can do it, Kevin! You can do it!
We'll find out next. But first, we visit a century-old New Orleans candy wagon that still makes its tricolor treats fresh daily.
It has a unique flavor. It's not like saltwater taffy or anything. It's just that New Orleans candy flavor that we get down here.
We reach the end of our food truck paradise journey in New Orleans, and the final stop is also the sweetest. Food trucks actually started out as a sweet sensation, with the Good Humor trucks of the 1920s marking the first wave of motorized vendors in America. But there's one dessert mobile still on the streets today that's been on an even longer roll. It goes back so far, it's powered not by 4 cylinders, but 4 legs.
Hoo, girl. Hoo.
Welcome to Roman Candy.
It's very exciting whenever we see the Roman candy cart. Everyone's like, yeah, go get some Roman candy. It's really delicious. It's very New Orleans. It's a classic candy that we've been eating for 20 years.
I've been living here all my life and been eating Roman candies ever since I can remember, and I love them. They're just salty, sweet, and chewy. Even though I have braces, I'm not supposed to have them, but I'll find a way to eat them.
Since 1971, Ron Cotterman has been selling sticks of pulled candy to generations of fans all over New Orleans. And today, he's parked in Uptown, just 2 miles south of the Superdome. But it was in 1915, almost 100 years before the food truck trend caught on, that Ron's grandfather, Sam Cortez, rolled out the Roman candy cart. After a childhood spent selling produce from a truck, Sam decided to turn his mother's Sicilian candy recipe into a business of his own. To do it, he designed a delivery wagon, kitchen, and storefront all in one.
He wanted windows all around that were open, able to be open and closed. He wanted running water in it, a couple of marble tables, and it needed to be driven from the inside, which is highly unusual. Grandpa hooked a horse up to it and off they went.
Ron has preserved his grandfather's business model, including the driver.
This is Ada. She's my chauffeur. So I'm in the back. I'm making candy all day long. Everything is voice command. I just tell her what to do and she does it. She's still learning new stuff all the time. Just recently she learned how to parallel park.
With Ada at the wheel, Ron cooks up the famous Roman candy, a recipe that his family brought over from Italy.
My grandfather thought that if he called it Italian candy, only Italians would buy it. So instead of calling it Italian, he called it Roman. And that's how he got his name.
Ron's signature taffy is a mixture of corn syrup, sugar, and flavoring, and he pulls each batch by hand.
Just gotta make a little pocket to hold the flavoring in there, hopefully. Otherwise it gets all over you. Normally I make about 600 sticks a day.
In the 1940s, Sam tried adding variety to the menu and learned one of the golden rules of street vending.
Grandpa tried a bunch of flavors, grape and orange and all kinds of stuff. But what he found out really quick was people couldn't make up their mind. And in the vending business, you want to make your sale and then move on. So we cut it down to 3 basic flavors, which were chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry, and that's the way it's been ever since.
Can I get all 3 flavors?
I have chocolate.
I got vanilla.
It's just so delicious.
Can I get 2 strawberries and 2 chocolates?
All right. It has a unique flavor. It's not like saltwater taffy or anything. It's just